Well, let me just address this because I know you guys might think over there at home watching this, how could Tony get hate from all this? How? Well,
Ah,
yes, Tony literally got hate from what was it, sharing your journey on Facebook,
sharing my journey.
which is
Also because of
insane.
my GoFundMe. That was a big one.
Oh, was it because of your GoFundMe?
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, it
yeah, it
was, I
was. It
guess
was.
that's what was said was the GoFundMe,
Yeah.
which was made for me by my boss that I worked with that I had to leave. But just the whole situation, yeah, I got hate and Danny, I was so taken back by getting hate for this. I was like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, bro, you gotta be shitting me. You have to
I
be.
had to leave my job.
Uh-huh.
Even when we came home and Max was still going through chemo, I was still going live to sell, to work.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy. It's
Was it
crazy.
was it that only specific person or was it more people that also were throwing you shade?
No, it was just her and her
Or
little people that she would have come to my live. And
yeah.
somebody came to my live the other day and said something about, they commented and said something, oh, because your son is not the star of the show anymore. Um, I forgot exactly what they said, but they said just basically because my son is better now. I don't even know. I would have to look at the comment of what they said. But yeah, there
Mhm.
was just somebody the other day on my live and they always like it always talk about my son. And I'm like, how do these people talk about children?
I know. It's a wild world, especially on social media. I
Yes, like one day he was crying and somebody's like, your son's a spoiled brat. And I'm like, okay.
what the hell?
So I try not to put him on the camera as much.
Yeah, I try not to
But
as
my girls
well.
love him. So,
Hmm.
he'll start the live with me when he allows me. He doesn't like when I go live now. He says, no live, no live. So I arrange it when he's not here.
Well,
But the girls love him and I'll continue to show him.
yeah, the people that throw hate have to realize that we literally witnessed your whole journey with Max. This is the reason why he's on camera. People want to see him.
Yes.
People want to see how he's doing. But I mean, I don't know. People just,
And it's not like he got diagnosed and I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a Facebook page and I'm going to like
yeah.
try to like milk it. No, I had already had a platform.
Hmm.
I had already did all of this
Oh,
alongside while I was working.
and then you went to the other person, Boots. Was
Mhm.
in
Well, she was
2021.
a friend I considered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started talking to her. I think actually like in late 2020
Um,
is when me and her connected. Um, Through lives, started watching her, and I thought she ran a great show. I used to love her show.
mhm.
Thought it was good. She's funny. I connected with her. Thing about me is I have a really, really traumatic childhood. So, and I don't have a relationship with my mom. So I gravitate to like older women
Mhm.
who like I would be like, damn, what if she was my mom?
Yeah.
Like, and so I think I would like, I connected with her on like a much bigger level than just social media.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for those that are like, who the hell's Boots? I don't want to say a real name, just but Boots is a person that was giving Tony shit for having a GoFundMe.
But
Uh,
behind cameras, she
yeah,
would never say it to my face.
yeah, it was behind her back. Who was she telling? Oh, she was messaging, huh?
She was messaging her followers.
Yeah,
I connected with the woman who like exposed her.
yeah. If I remember, if I could find it, I'll put it here. But yeah, I forgot what was said, like exactly
The
said. But
screenshots were exposed. But then, so she was in that inbox talking all this mess about me, but at the same time, like messaging me. Is everything okay? How's Max? Do you need anything? Oh, daddy and the kids are going to send you a little care package, which
uh,
I never got, which I wouldn't want anyway. And I was just like, okay. And it kind of like the riffraff started before that situation with me and her, but she was still trying to be my friend for whatever reason. I was going through a year before Max got diagnosed. I was going through a breakup. I was, we've worked things out, but I was very open with my platform.
mhm.
And she would call me and be even like, what's going on? And I would explain it to her and like cry to her. But then she was like in somebody's inbox, like saying all this stuff about me. So the riffraff kind of started before then. I had ordered self-defense keychains. I started selling them. She came on the live that I was selling them on, and then she didn't really talk much, and then she had started ignoring me, right?
Yeah.
So for like a whole week, I'm like, hey, is everything okay? Did I do something? Like, then all of a sudden she's like, I told you that I was going to sell self-defense keychains, and I guess they got stopped at customs and she lost all her money. I was like, I don't remember you telling me that. She's like, well, then all of a sudden you went and bought them and you're selling them. Are you like throwing that in my face? I was like,
What?
whoa.
What the hell?
I'm like, do you really think I did this maliciously? She's like, well, it just didn't make sense. You know, I told you this. And then like a month later, you're selling self-defense keychains. And I was like, so right then and there, I kind of was like, all right, I got to kind of separate because
Yeah.
she's fucking crazy.
That's
Like,
that's wild.
but we already had a little, but she was still trying to be my friend.
Wait, I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there a point where I don't know if she like someone ripped her off and that was your friend that ripped her off
Oh,
and
yes.
owed her money?
It was one of my followers, but she's like,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
met her before. I
Oh,
met her. She lived in Chicago, so we've connected. She's actually a very close friend of mine still.
okay.
Literally
Yeah, I remember.
claimed I guess like $500 worth of stuff on her live. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Um, and didn't pay her, and she wanted me to like not sell to her. So
Ugh,
if Target rips you off, you expect nobody to shop at Target.
exactly.
And I even have those screenshots. I mentioned it to her. I'm like, I'm not going to get in the middle of this.
Hmm.
I didn't, but she used your name. She said she was from your page. I never told her to say that. Number one. Number two, she's never did that to me. She's one of my biggest shoppers, and she's never done that to me.
Yeah.
And so she was mad at me that I didn't want to like stop selling to her, and I was okay with that. You could be mad at me all you want. I'm
Yeah.
gonna still sell to her.
Yeah, I would have been like, no, we're done. We're done.
Those were the red flags that the red flags with the keychain. I kind of thought, and I even told my boyfriend about it. I'm like, this is what's going on. He's like, you got to leave her alone. And I knew that moment. I was like, after that, our fridge had broke down on Thanksgiving. I
Hmm.
think it was Thanksgiving or Christmas, one of the years. She called me that day and I was telling her about it. And she was like, she was even like offering me like money and stuff. Do you need money? I was like, no, all the food we were able to save because we caught it. And when I hung up the phone, Lalo was like, don't ever take anything from her. I was like, oh, I never have. Never, never have.
Yeah, she's the type of person that oh, remember when I gave you this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
a lot of drama on the Facebook streets. I always say this Facebook is toxic.
toxic.
It's very
There
toxic.
is so much like I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Like in my world, you have a problem with me that bad, you're gonna be honest, you're gonna be a real ass and you're gonna come to me and say it. You're not
Hmm.
gonna be like,
Yeah, keyboard
no.
warriors. What was it in a span of 1 year that happened? Like the hate going, Max going through it, just you going through it in general. Was it a
Yeah,
span in a year?
it was a year, yeah, because Max had treatment for 10 months. Yeah, so about a year.
Wow.
And then
Yeah.
that's when she got exposed. And I remember that day we were in radiation and she was calling me before I even seen it. And I didn't know
Oh,
why.
she.
And I didn't answer. We were in radiation.
She's smart. She's trying to play it smart.
And then I see a text message from her. She's like, I should look it up.
Oh,
She's like,
yeah, I remember.
oh, they're fake. Somebody made, oh, that's how it started.
Yeah,
The
I was gonna say
screenshots are
that.
fake. Somebody made fake screenshots. You're going to see them. It's not real. Who are you going to believe? She called me, I swear to you, Danny, like 18 times. Hang up, calling, hey, message out. You're not going to answer me, but you're going to text me. I'm not going to answer you because I had already seen the messages.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say to you. Why are we going to go back and forth? I have nothing to say to you.
Yeah, I remember that she every time she got exposed, she would always say, "Oh, they're fake. They're fake." And I remember that with yours, she said, "Yeah, there were fake screenshots." I'm like,
I mean, and I have all the messages still. Don't play with me.
"Oh shit. Don't play with Tony." Oh,
Hmm. Yeah,
geez.
she had started messaging me. I'm just trying to look for the first message because she immediately was like telling me that they were fake. It happened December 23rd of 2022. She was calling me And she's like, I'm messaging because I apologize for my wrongdoing, but they just posted is absolutely not me. I'm asking if I ever meant anything to you to not allow them to start more shit, as I know you don't need this. You know I don't need this, but you were starting this.
Yeah, you literally said that behind your back.
She even sent me the screenshots from Exposed. They were her. It was her.
Yeah.
It was her because, I was her friend for 2 years before this.
Hmm.
You know, I knew a lot of stuff about influencers that she hung with that I didn't even know. I would never say it. It's not my problem. It's not my business. But so I knew a lot of stuff about people that I didn't know. So once those came out, I was like, yep, I know it. It's her.
Yeah. When you know a person, you know. Sorry you went through that.
It was hard.
Yeah, I can't believe like you're going through what your son's going through, chemo, radiation, and then all the BS on social media. It's like, bro,
And then
she,
she continued to kind of like talk about it and continued and continued. I think I went live to address it once or twice. And then I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I can't give her the energy I have.
yeah, I remember your live. I think I covered it. I don't know. I covered a
Yeah,
lot of
you
things.
covered it. You covered it. And then, well, Exposed would always cover it
Hmm.
and post it.
Yeah. I mean, leaving that